Condamine Alliance is the natural resource management body designated by the Australian and Queensland governments to look after the natural resources of the Condamine catchment. The River Rescue program is one of those unique programs where we invite the community and our investors to improve the river health. Our River Rescue partners are an integral part of our program. Without our partners, all of the activities we do wouldn't be possible. So right from the people who do the things to improve the actual health, or educating people, or doing the actual physical hard labour, they're all important features of the River Rescue program.
My name's Jeff Cornford. I'm the manager here at Waianui Feedlot. Waianui Feedlot's owned by the North Australian Pastoral Company. We're here at the Oakey Creek. Oakey Creek runs through Waianui Farm and Feedlot. Condamine Alliance is the regional natural resource body here where we are at Bonneville, and we started to work with Condamine Alliance probably about 3 years ago on environmental issues associated with the Oakey Creek. The North Australian Pastoral Company started work with Condamine Alliance with projects along the Oakey Creek here for a couple of reasons. I guess the first reason is the company feels a degree of environmental responsibility for the land that we manage. Our shareholders and the general public these days expect that we are responsible and look after the country that we operate on. And the second reason is working with bodies like Condamine Alliance allows us to also work with other stakeholders and the general public. And what that does for us as a feedlot is it exposes those people to what we do and allows us to be accountable and transparent in our operations, which is important for an intensive animal industry like ours. The kind of work we hope to do with Condamine Alliance in the future is basically more of the same. You can see here today, this is a great area. And we want to work to continue to improve other areas along the Oakey Creek that run through Waianui and then maintain those areas in the state that we've improved them to.
Certainly it's been a long-standing reliance between each other and an allegiance between the Condamine Alliance group themselves and not only Western Downs but previous councils beforehand, before the amalgamation. So we wish to continue this to support exactly what's behind us here now, support to our community, but most importantly the environment. Very important. I mean, the health of the river actually is the health of our community. If we've got a healthy river, we've got a healthy community. So it's important. Look, just the freedom that it gives us of where we've come from. This town was built from a simple camp next to a creek siding. And now we have a flourishing town that promotes great lifestyle, and part of that lifestyle is our environment, part of that is our river network. Particularly in relation to the Murray-Darling catchment plans and the management plans of this whole river network throughout Australia. We are a crucial part as we are the headwaters of the Murray-Darling catchment. We're well aware of the impact that it can have on agriculture, but also on agricultural communities. Dalby has significant irrigation in relation to cotton and other summer and winter crops. Any impact at all or implied from government in relation to water buybacks and issues in relation to water will affect our communities. Now we've still got to have to make it sustainable, so it's very important that we actually have good science and good data collected that we can make an informed decision of our river network.
The River Rescue program is all about how do we actually restore river health and the biodiversity that sits within that river system. Part of the aims of the River Rescue program is providing a legacy. So by acting now and doing things immediately, we can actually put things in place that future generations will be able to look back at what we've done and participate in the river health.
The value to the community is enormous, and the wider spread of community members that you can get involved really leads to some wonderful outcomes for the demonstration reach. A lot of people think the community just involves the local landholder, but if you can get the likes of the regional councils, the land care groups, the schools, the fishing clubs involved, you're going to achieve some enormous outcomes. Yeah, building relationships is certainly important. We knew from day one that we needed to build trust if we wish to achieve meaningful outcomes. And to build that trust, we need to concentrate on building partnerships. Partnerships have allowed us to achieve some wonderful outcomes, and those outcomes have given us good credit so as that we know in the future we can rely on those partnerships to help us to achieve the works that we need to do.
Demonstration reach is a part of the native fish strategy. The Murray-Darling Basin Authority funds a native fish strategy to ensure that viable populations of native fish are sustained across the Murray-Darling Basin. The native fish strategy was formed in response to key fisheries management threats where native fish populations were believed to be around 10% of the pre-European level across the basin. The native fish strategy aims to rehabilitate native fish populations back to 60% of the pre-European level over 50 years.
In early 2008, the Condamine Alliance released a river rescue plan for the Condamine catchment. This plan identified areas of interest where they were interested in rehabilitating fish populations, and also areas where we had large knowledge gaps in what was the fish population in these areas. In mid-2008, I was engaged to undertake a series of aquatic biodiversity surveys throughout the catchment to identify what was the fish assemblages in these areas. In 2009, the Condamine Alliance released a demonstration reach plan. This plan outlined areas where they wanted to target rehabilitation areas, engaging with the community, and it also identified areas where we had to monitor and evaluate our interventions, see how these were assisting the rehabilitation of native fish within the Condamine catchment. The Jewfish demonstration reach contains about 14 native species of fish, ranging from our premier icon species such as Murray cod, silver perch, golden perch and eel-tailed catfish. The strongest evidence we have to date of improvement in our native fish populations comes from the large numbers of juvenile native fish that we're getting in recent survey catches, well and above the numbers that we found in the original biodiversity surveys and above the numbers that we find in control areas outside the demonstration reach. Most of our rehabilitation work has focused on resnagging, improved fish passage, riparian revegetation and removal of large-bodied alien species. This has resulted in improved habitat diversity for our large-bodied natives, improved water quality and improved aquatic vegetation. Improved aquatic vegetation means that we have more areas for our small-bodied natives, providing shelter from predation, opportunities for feeding and for spawning.
The riparian zone along Oakey Creek has improved out of sight since for about 20 or 30 years. Farmers they're taking a lot more interest in their own backyard and they're looking after the riparian zone. Years ago when we were kids, you'd always see farmers ploughing up to the edge of the creek, but now you can see it's just all bushland, native trees are coming back, there's logs, there's everything that should be there, and during the recent floods that we've had, the riparian zones have really stood up to the task and pummeled it back. It's been really good. There's been a huge increase of wildlife ever since the riparian zones have been fixed up, and also the fish have bounded back tenfold as well. So it all works in a symbiosis, I think is the correct word for that. So everything just works in with each other. So, as an ambassador, I'm not too sure on that. I'm fairly happy that Oakey was chosen as the first destination in Queensland to do re-snagging. We were one of the oldest clubs on the Darling Downs to start fish stocking, and we realised that we had a lot of potential down here with the creek because we had permanent flowing water from the waste treatment plant. Even though it wasn't the best water, it was still suitable water to put fish in. The relationship between the Oakey Freshwater Fish Stocking and the Condamine Alliance would have to be, say, one of the best things that's ever happened. We were fighting here for many years by ourselves to get things done on the creek, like re-snagging, especially down at Bowenville Reserve, and it wasn't until the Condamine Alliance turned up that within a matter of several months we got an okay from the local council here to put logs in. And in the last couple of years, the tree planting and logs further up and downstream has just been a huge boom, and there's no way we would have ever been able to recover this creek without the help of the Condamine Alliance. The message we have for landholders is that a lot of them are doing very well with keeping an ear and eyes open now to what past generations were. We're working with a lot of them down here very well. They're quite happy for us to do the work that's going on in their properties and want to see what's going on, and that's only a positive effect for what the creek is. There's one or two out there that are a little bit sceptical, but when they see the work and projects going on in other areas, it's not too long and they change their mind and come on board, so it's getting better all the time.
Part of the aims of the River Rescue program is providing a legacy, so by acting now and doing things immediately, we can actually put things in place that future generations will be able to look back at what we've done and participate in the river health.
The partnership with Condamine Alliance has meant a great deal to Bowenville School. It has given us an opportunity for the children to get an understanding of the environment in which they live, and for them to be able to have an input into looking after that environment.
The river means to me calm, nice, beautiful, refreshing. Well, I like to fish and swim. It's like where we come to camp, and it's where we have fun and it's peace and quiet.
The river means to me that, well, like, I like that there's logs and stuff in there so that the animals can have like a home in the river.
The river means to me about the fish, because all the fish need homes and all that, so that's why they put logs in and that. I go fishing sometimes here and catch a few fish.
Fish, and it holds a lot of wildlife, so you can go bird watching and stuff. I like fishing because you get to catch fish, and fish taste good, and you can catch big fish.
Water is an important feature in our landscape, and no matter what we do, whether we live in cities, on farms, or even when we go doing recreational activities, we tend to gravitate towards that unique, iconic feature, which is our rivers and streams. Everybody can do their bit to fix up the environment, but one of the challenges I would put out to you is to think about how you might get involved in a river rescue. Some of the things you can do is looking at next time you actually go camping or you visit a site, make sure you don't bring any pest species and take your rubbish away with you. You know, if you're a landholder, then one of the things you can do is think about where you actually fence off river systems and repair habitat, or by planting trees or removing weeds out of the landscape. So you want to get involved. It's actually quite simple. All you've got to do is give us a phone call at Condamine Alliance, or hop onto the Condamine Alliance website and send us an email, and we'll be directly back in contact with you to show you how you can show your support and direct involvement to the River Rescue program. One of the important groups involved in this project is our principal investor. The Murray-Darling Basin Authority should be recognised for their valiant efforts to invest into this type of program and to make it all possible so that we can all enjoy the fruits of their investment.